Hello, my pretties. Welcome to video number 4 in my series of 5 tips for air combat pilots with, in brackets, a focus on warbirds flying. In this video, I want to discuss my 4th tip, and the 4th tip is take every opportunity you can to gain airspeed. So, what do I mean by that? Well, basically this. Especially if you're in the flying on the RAF side, you'll often find yourself in a fight at full throttle, full RPM, going around in circles like this. So let's just pull some G, get into a turn. Keep your eye on my airspeed indicator down here. Okay, we're going to go around in circles, yada, yada, yada. Okay, now we're down at about 190, 180, 180 miles per hour airspeed indicated. Now, if I'm looking behind me and watching those bad chaps behind me trying to shoot me down, there's going to come a point, particularly if I'm flying an aircraft that turns well, that aircraft behind me is no longer going to be able to follow. And at some point, he's going to turn away from me. And instead of looking at his nose, I'm going to be looking at the side of his airplane as he climbs up. As soon as that happens, you want to roll those wings and just get rid of the elevator inputs. You'll see my airspeed was about 160, and within the space of about 10 seconds, airspeed's climbing up now to 230, 240 miles per hour. Yes, I'm in a dive, but that's the point. If I maintain this braking turn for longer than necessary, then I am going to be bleeding airspeed. Now you'll even notice I'm also bleeding altitude while I'm in the turn. So I'm going to be losing altitude anyway, and airspeed. As soon as that enemy aircraft behind me is no longer following me round in the turn, I'm better off just letting go of the stick and gaining some airspeed. Obviously, if you've got some height to play with already, then you can do that. Let's say I'm on the deck, so I'm going to drop down to the deck. Okay, so here we are at low altitude, about 500 feet above the deck. And if you're not from New Zealand or Australia, it probably sounds like I'm saying dick, but I'm not. I'm saying deck, D-E-C-K, down on the deck. And I'm going to start turning now. I've got a 109 on my 6, so round we go, round we go. Okay, and then I see he's breaking off. I've got almost no room to move. If I lower the nose, I'm going to hit the deck. So I have to at least put the nose up or level. But I can still gain speed fairly quickly in level. If I've got the boost cutout on, and I'm doing about the 80 prop pitch, so 2700, 2750 RPM. Let's go into a turn again, braking left. Around we go. I'm going to keep going facing forward. Oh, there's a bit of a blackout. Bring the airspeed back, airspeed back, airspeed back. That's 200 now. If I just relax, just touch up on the trim a little bit. There we go, 220, 230, 240. Okay, so why am I doing this? Why am I taking this opportunity to gain airspeed as soon as I realize the threat is off my tail? One of the main reasons for this is separation. I want to separate myself from the hostile aircraft. And if I'm just going around in circles more than I need to, I'm not moving across the map at all. So all he needs to do is go vertical above me, and I'm not flying away from him at all. If I can get away from him, some horizontal separation, then he has to dive slightly shallower than he would if he was directly above me. Now, obviously, when I'm right on the deck, he could dive vertically and crash, but it just gives me that little extra time during which he may bleed off some of his energy advantage. The other reason we go for airspeed is because airspeed gives you options. If I am flying along, I've just zeroed my throttle. If I'm flying along at 160 and I need to brake, I'm already stuffed. If I brake when I'm already doing 160, my wings are going to stall I'm going to run out of airspeed. I'm going to run out of altitude very quickly. I just don't have options. I can't climb. I can't pull very much elevator because I'm going to stall. If I'm doing 230, 240, it just gives me so many more options. And that's what airspeed's all about. Airspeed is what gives you options. Now, if you're a 109 driver, it's even more important. Because if you want to climb away from the Bandit, which is more likely in a 109 than it is in a Spitfire or a Hurricane, if you want to climb away from the Bandit and you don't already have loads of airspeed, you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to need 450 kilometers per hour, that's sort of 260 miles per hour plus, to be able to get that nose up and climb away. If you don't have the airspeed to start with, no matter how much you ram that throttle forward, you're simply not going to be able to climb away. That airspeed is what gives you options. Also, if you're in the 109 and you've already got airspeed, you can just gently bump that nose forward, which I can't really do in the Spitfire. You can see I have to throttle back to do it. You can gently bump that nose forward and push the nose down, force the aircraft behind you into a negative G, and you will absolutely sprint away from him. A lot of 109 drivers are tempted to just, at already low airspeed, so they're already flying along at, say, 350, which is quite low airspeed. They'll just smash the nose forward like this, and they think they can get away from an RAF fighter. It's not possible. If you've got good airspeed already, you see the guy coming, he's up there behind you or he's level with you, just give it a relatively low forward knock and then accelerate like that. Maybe go steeper and steeper and steeper. I can't do that here because I'm so close to the deck. Anyway, the message here is not how to bunt or how to dive away from the aircraft behind you. The message of this video is, unless you take every opportunity you can to gain that airspeed, you are depriving yourself of options to evade being shot down. So lesson number 4 is take every opportunity possible to gain airspeed.